I am Nikki and welcome back to my channel. Oh, it feels so good to finally be able to say that again. I took a very long hiatus, just a little over a year, and I apologize for that. But we are going to be talking about what is new with me since that time, and I want to hear from you on what's new with you, and we're going to be doing that while you get ready with me. So it's been a long time since I've done a makeup video, and also I thought this was a good way for us to chit chat. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get this all done. But first of all, I do want to mention that I do have a Poshmark closet. So if you love wigs, I have tons of wigs in there for sale right now. I just added a bunch of them to it. So check that out. The Poshmark closet link is down in the description box for you. And if you have any requests for me, be sure to let me know that in the comments too, because I happily do take them. If you haven't yet already subscribed, now is the time to do it. Click the little button below. And if you have already done so, thank you so very much. I greatly do appreciate it. All right, so like I said, I'm back. We're going to do this Get Ready With Me video. I already did my skin prep. I used the Point of View Beauty skincare, basically makeup prep products. So I did use that, those, including the primer. So I'm all set. So it's new for me actually, because I usually use Juvia's Place and I forgot the name of it, Teeter or whatever it's called, this toner. So I just tried the POV yesterday and this is the second day, so I don't really have a full decision yet made on how I feel about it yet. So, but anyway, that's what I use today. And for what I'm going to do first is my base, which is a foundation, of course. And I'm going to be using the new one from Natasha Denona. It's just called the High Glam Foundation. Yes, so that's what it's called. You can get it from Ulta. I know that for sure. I'm sure you can get it other places too. So I'm just going to apply some of that to this cheek. Don't mind the fact that I don't have a backdrop anymore, please. I know I preferred it, but unfortunately I kind of ran out of room to be able to place the backdrop behind me, because I just got a bunch of new boots just recently and from last year too. So I have all these boot organizers or racks or whatever you want to call them, and that takes up a lot of space on the floor. And what you see behind me is like all my storage for winter clothes and my wigs and stuff like that. All right, so that's blending really, really well. So I'll add it to the other cheek. I am using the Makeup by Mario F2, I think it's called. F4 brush, I'm sorry. So if you are interested in knowing what I'm using, I will try to remember to mention the tools that I use, because I hate that when I watch a Get Ready With Me or even just a makeup review and they use these brushes and they never say what brushes they're using. And it just drives me crazy. That's just me. I don't know about you, but it drives me insane. I'll just blend in some more of that out here. Now I know I do my my routine for doing my makeup may be a little backwards to what some other people do. Like a lot of people do their eyes first, which makes sense because then if you have fallout, you can get rid of it right away. But me personally, I don't like working around my eye makeup, so that's why I do it last. And then if I have fallout, I clean it up as best that I can. This brush is really, really good for foundation. I have a lot of foundation brushes. I mean, I have beauty blenders too, but I just prefer a brush. I think it's more precise than a beauty blender. All right. So that is on. So got that. Don't mind me, I just gotta put that away. I'm anal like that. I have to like put it away as soon as I'm done using it. For concealer, I'm going to be using the one from, it's the Born This Way from, oh my gosh, why can't I think of the name of it? It's not tart. I keep thinking tart, but it's not tart. I'll put it down here on the bottom if I remember what it is. I'm sorry, I'm spacing out now. So anyway, a lot has changed over the last year. First of all, I am now a grandma. Isn't that crazy? I mean, she was due April, what was it? April 28th, and she had the baby on April 7th. So right before my birthday. So I became a grandma at 49 instead of 50. I was really hoping she'd wait till I was 50, but oh well. So anyway, she had a little boy. She named him Ashton Samuel. And he's named after my son in a way because my son's name was Nathan Samuel. So she wanted to have her brother honored through her son's name. But he was born, unfortunately, with a heart defect called HLHS, which stands for hypoplastic left heart syndrome. So yeah, HLHS is a lot easier to say. All right, that's all I do for concealer. I don't put it on my forehead, my nose, or my chin, or wherever a lot of other people put concealer. That's just me. Just me. But anyway, yeah, he was born with this heart condition, and he had to have his first open heart surgery when he was only 4 days old. That's crazy. 4 days. Poor little thing. And then he had another surgery back in August. So he needs one more, which would be around when he's like maybe 3 or 4 years old, somewhere in there. Possibly 2. That's just the rough range of it. Poor little guy. So, I'm not asking. I'm just mentioning if you want to donate anything. I do have a Venmo account, which I have listed down in the description box as well. Because I do take donations if anybody ever wants to help me out with buying some wigs to review and things like that. But I will be open to donations for my little grandson to help with his health care, and then for when my daughter has to take off of work and stuff like that. So, but no pressure, I'm just mentioning it. All right, I am now going to use bronzer. I'm not going to use contour. Sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. I'm just not in the contour mood today. So I'm going to use my favorite bronzer, which is by Polite Society. And I'm going to use that with this Morphe brush. And I'm just going to apply that. Get a little more on there. Yeah, I can go without contour, but I cannot go without bronzer. I need to have that little bit of color on my face. I just do. So I'll just blend that in. But yeah, he's doing good now. He has to have oxygen most of the time though, unfortunately. Otherwise his stats drop a little bit too much. So then he ends up back in the hospital again, which has happened several times already. But he's a little warrior. He's a little heart warrior. He's a fighter. He's my trooper. And I love him so freaking much. And I'm so proud of my daughter. She's hanging in there and doing best that she can under the circumstances. And this being her first child and all, you know, so it's kind of all new and exciting but scary at the same time. So I got my bronzer on. Blush. Today I think I want to use this from P. Louise. It is one of the Cheek It blushes. And this one is, I'm trying to see what the name of the blush is. Oh, Spice. Oh, so Spice. And then I just dab a little bit there. And then I take the other side of my F4 brush and I blend that in. So are any of you grandparents out there? I'd like to know. Tell me about your little ones. I also went through getting new teeth. What do you think? I'm so excited about it. I did not get the bottoms done, but the way my smile is, as you can see, the bottom teeth don't really show that much anyway. So it was the top teeth that I was most concerned about getting done. I just have degenerative tooth disorder, so my teeth darken like started to darken at a very early age for me, and then I'm very prone to cavities and root canals and all that nasty stuff. So I finally just said I really want to get this done. Talked to my husband about it, and we worked out a payment arrangement, and I pay for half, he pays the other half, and now I have my pearly white teeth. I love it. I just love my teeth. I really do. The last video I made does show me with white teeth, but I didn't have my implants done yet. That's what these are, implants. I had this tooth paint. I know that's cheesy. You can make fun of me for it all you want, but it's what I needed to do to make my teeth look better in the meantime. All right, so now it's time for highlighter. I'm going to use the Ray Writer highlighter from Kaleidos, and this is how much I use this. Look at that. I have hit pan, and I'm just using the Kaleidos highlighter brush with it. But I just love these highlighters. I got a whole set of them, so they are in all different colors, but I just really think this one is one of my all-time faves. All right. Now I do my brows. Like I said, this can be a very unusual order of things, but it works for me. For my brows, I use the little pots here from Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this one is in the shade Caramel, and you can tell I've kind of hit a little pan on that one as well. I have other shades, but this just seems to be my go-to one. And I just use that with this this brush from Jessup. It looks like the Morphe brushes, but they're knockoff. And it's just a slanted brush. And I just apply as so. Some people will spend like forever doing their brows. Are you one of those people? I'd like to know why it takes so long. I mean, what is it that you have to do to perfect it? Because you may say, because I'm only doing this for like a minute here, that my brows look terrible. And that's fine. If you think my brows look terrible, I can respect that. But I think this is really all I need to do. Is just add a little bit of this to my brows and be done with it. So for eyeshadow, first I have to prime, of course. So what kind of new and exciting things have happened to you recently over the last year? Anything? Like a move, birth of a child, a grandchild, a surgery? You know, you don't have to share your surgeries with me, but I'm just saying, you know, just as an example of these life experiences. And I'm going to blend that in just using this Makeup Institute, the Makeup Institute brush. I used to belong to this brush subscription, and every month I would get brushes from the Makeup Institute and or from Hank and Henry. And Hank and Henry are some good ass brushes. These are good ass brushes too. Don't get me wrong. But I eventually got like all of them and started getting duplicates, so that's when I canceled. And I'm just going to blend this in a little bit right here. I'll probably end up doing the same thing with this eye as well. I take it up to the brow. See, some people will use highlighter around their eyebrows as well. Or not highlighter, I'm sorry, I mean concealer. I know what I'm saying. But I just don't. I know I probably could look a little bit more snatched if I did some of these things. Like, you notice I didn't use any setting powder either. Partially is because the foundation I use is self-setting foundation. And the other thing is I just don't like powder. I just think it looks cakey, and it just takes away from the shine, you know, the natural shine that you have on your skin. So I just try to avoid doing that. Once in a great while, I will take some powder and use it but usually I will use this from Charlotte Tilbury. And it's a little compact like that. So unfortunately, I don't think I got the right shade, but it is what it is. All right, so now that my eyes are prepped, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyeshadow. And today I'm going to be using the Glamlight Douse palette. This is a new one from them. I have used this palette once, and I am in love with the color story. Because I'm wearing, you can't really see what I'm wearing. Let me stand up here. I'm wearing a dress. And it's like this. So it's these brown colors. And I really want to use the brown and neutral colors here. There's so many of them. There's even this really pretty one up there. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and use this palette today. I mean, I could do so many pretty color stories with this. There's even gray and black in there. And then of course there's some purple and blue and even red and pink. I mean, it's a great palette. That and the quality of it is actually really good too. I was really blown away by that. I was really blown away. All right, so I'm just trying to look for my brushes here. Okay, I'm going to use the Morphe 653. I don't have my glasses. That's another thing. My eyesight went to shit. So now I have to have reading glasses. So that really sucks. All right, what I think I'm going to do first is I am going to go in with this shade right here. And that one is called Unbothered. So I'm going to take that, put it on this Morphe brush. I have been doing a lot of reading. I'm taking this up to the bridge of the nose. I don't contour my nose either because I don't think my nose needs it. It's pretty narrow and pointy as it is, and from the side it looks like a witch's nose. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of reading, and I have been loving the books by Frida McFadden. I know you can buy them from Target and Amazon. I don't know where else you can find them, probably in a bookstore. Just going to add a little bit more to that. Say that all the way over, like I said. Just kind of blending that in the best way that I can. I usually do the same eyeshadow shape. Just because it's what I know, it's what I stick with. But don't get me wrong, I love a good cut crease once in a while, or a halo eye. I just don't do them very often, as I probably should. Just blending that over again like I did before with the other eye. Taking that to the bridge of the nose. And I take this all the way up to the brow. And of course I'm going to add a little bit more to that. But yeah, Frida McFadden, her books are amazing. I read like 4 books in like 2 weeks. I just went nuts. And I have a few more that I haven't read yet that I'm working on. So what kind of books do you like to read? Have you read anything good lately? Do you know Frida McFadden's work too? Let me know. Because this is kind of like a let's chat video while I'm going to get ready with me. So I wish I could go live and do this, but I don't have the camera for it really. That's the problem. Bear with me here. I'm just trying to look for the right brush here. Okay, here we go. Hank and Henry. Love their brushes. Like I said, I had the subscription with them. Let's see. And I think now I'm going to go ahead and deepen that with this shade right next to it. Oops, sorry, it's out of the camera. Out of focus. So that one is called... Where's it go? I can't read it. Okay, but it's this one. I told you I have horrible eyesight now. and I am just ashamed of it, and I do not want to get glasses. I've gone 50 years without wearing glasses like regularly, other than just reading glasses. So I definitely don't want to get glasses, and I'm afraid of putting stuff in my eyeballs, so I don't think I could ever do contacts. I wouldn't be a good candidate for it. But now I'm just adding this to give it a little bit more definition and dimension. Deepen that up a little bit. I'm not adding a whole lot to this. Not like I did the first color. And I just put that along in the crease and just slightly above it in the brow bone. So that way it blends in with the other shade really good. And just look and see if that is blended properly. I'm going to use my magnifying mirror to look, make sure that they're even. It looks like that they are. But I did notice, however, this right here, it didn't really blend very well, so I'm just going to fix that. Yeah, I think that's good. All right, and now I just want to add one more. I'm going in the row. So I started out here, just did this shade, and now I'm going to add this shade here. And that one is Hourglass. I just can't read the other one. Looks like Prita. Profile. Is that what it is? No. I can't read it. All right, we're going to move on. Enough with that. Enough with that. All right, let me just get the right brush here. All right, I'm going to use this one from Reffer. This one is the 14 brush. Reffer makes amazing brushes, but they're super expensive, so I only have 2 of them. I also like BK Beauty brushes, and I had a great foundation brush and an eyeshadow brush, and my cat got a hold of them, and I still don't know where they are to this day. I have searched my room high and low. I've searched the house high and low, and I cannot find what happened to those 2 brushes. But that's what I get for leaving them out on my vanity. I have organizers for all my brushes, but if I take them out of there and I put them on the actual top, then I am risking my cat stealing them for good. All right, so as you can see, I just added that more to the crease, and then on the outer part of the lid, and that's giving it even a little bit more of that definition. Oh, I just love a good neutral look. I just love a neutral look. Sorry if you can hear my husband outside of this room. He's working right now and he's just on the phone. I don't know, maybe you can't hear him, which would be good if you can't. All right, so let me double check that again. I think it looks good. See, some people do like their eyeshadows too for hours on end, it seems, but I don't need to do that. All right, for the lid, I love to do a shimmer. A shimmer or a glitter, I'm just that type of girl. I very rarely will ever do a solid shade on the lid. So I'm gonna go with this one right here, the shimmer, and that one is called Body Tea. And I'm just going to use that with my finger and place that all the way up there to there. And then obviously the same thing on this side. Sometimes I use glitter glue before putting on the shades. Sometimes that works really well. I just didn't even think that was really necessary to do today because I tried this palette before and I knew how it performed. So I figured it wasn't necessary to use the glitter glue because I knew it was going to pop anyway. All right, so now for my inner corner, I'm going to just take this shade here, this like creamy shade. It's not quite white. It may look like it's white in there, but it's not. It's more of an ivory color, and it's called Phantom. And I'm just going to place that right here, and ooh, that pops. I just want something to go with the brown that I'm wearing, because there's a little bit of like ivory in it. Okay. And now I'm going to do my lower lash line. So I'm going to grab the brush. I'm just using this one from ColourPop. It's just, it needs to be washed, but it's clean. I wiped all the color off of it. But I got to wash it. And I think I'm going to go in with that one I can't read. This shade again, right here. Then I'm going to put that on my lower lash line. I just take it like so. And there we go. One eye done. Now I know my makeup could look a whole lot better. I mean, I am no Michaela Nagara, however you pronounce her last name. If you know her, she's from TikTok. And she's very, very talented. Do I think she flaunts her wealth? Yes, but that's a totally different subject. We're not going to go into it. But she makes a lot of money, so let's put it that way. She makes a lot of money doing makeup and her beauty line, the point of view, which, like I said, I just tried. All right, so now that that is done, I need to do my waterline. And I love to use these cosmic paints from P. Louise. I have a ton of them, and I still am missing 3 colors. Otherwise, then I'll have all of them. So I have to buy them now that they're on sale. But I'm just looking to see which shade to do. Bear with me here. I'm sorry, I gotta do this. Yeah, I'm gonna do this one. This one does not have the name on it. Normally it has the name right here on the tube, but it's not on there, and it's not written anywhere else that I can tell. Yeah, it just says Cosmic Paint. So, but it's more of a, yeah, as you can see that, more of a neutral color. And I just gotta grab my little brush from Jeffree Star Cosmetics. It's just a little liner brush. And I use that for doing my, bear with me here, I have to do it like this. I have to use this big mirror. There we go. One side done. Now the Cosmic Paints, they just last longer. They pop more than the regular gel liners and stuff that I've used. In fact, the other day, I was trying to use a blue shade eyeliner, and it was one of the gel ones. And I put on there, and I just couldn't see it. It was so faint that you couldn't even tell what color it was. So, that is why I prefer the Cosmic Paints. I think that they're really good for the inner corner. And you can use these for eyeshadow looks too, just for, you know, because they're paints. And they blend. So you can put shadows on top of them to blend them even more. So yeah, you can do a lot with them. Excuse me. All right, so that is done. Now for the lipstick. I am not going to line my lips because my lips are so thin. It just looks funny on me. This is my opinion. Just my opinion. I mean, I could try doing some. Do I want to? Nah, we'll skip it. Alright, so I'm just deciding which shade I want to use for my lipstick. I think I'm going to go with this one. Yeah. I want to go with this one. And this one is called... Oops, I don't have my magnifying thing there anymore. I'm trying to read it, but it's so tiny. It's some type of matte. Oh, it's folio. There we go. I found it. I found it. So it's this beautiful neutral shade. It's nude. And put that on my very thin lips. You know, speaking of thin lips, I tried this lip plumper that I saw on TikTok that everybody was raving about, and I got the expert one, so it's supposed to be even more intense than the regular one. And yeah, it does give you a good burn, but it did not plump my lips up at all. I tried it twice. I was really disappointed in that. So now I have another kind that I'm going to try. This is also from TikTok. Don't ask me to read it. Oh yeah, I can't read that. But here's the bottle, just in case you might recognize it or something. But remember, if I can find this information, I will put it down in the description. Not in the description, but you know, just like a little message. But that's only if I can find it. All right. I'm going to put that aside so that way I can use it to touch up. Now I'm going to do my lashes, but this I have to do off camera. I'm sorry, guys. It just, well, screw it. We're going to do it. Go big or go home, right? And I'm going to use lashes here. I got these from not from TikTok, but from Amazon. The brand name is Wleek, W-L-E-E-C, Beauty. And the style is F27-L, or /L. So they look like this. And these are my favorite ones. I mean, it's a good deal. They're like $15 and you get 15. And you get how many pairs? No, you don't get 15 pairs. You get more than that. You get, oh yeah, you do get 15. Yep, 5, 10, 15. There's five to each package. So it's a good deal. And after I put on my lashes, I will then do my mascara. I just know some of you are sitting there at home watching this and saying, no, she's doing that wrong. No, she forgot to do this. And if you feel that way, all the more power to you. Let me know down in the comments what you suggest that I should do to maybe enhance my look or something. Oh, I'm just using the Duo glue for that. I already cut this pair. I wore this pair yesterday. I feel you can wear a pair of lashes more than once. I really do. Don't get me wrong, you shouldn't be wearing them like 10 times in a row or anything like that. But you should like pull the glue off of it that was left on there, the remnants of it, and then you can wear them again for like maybe 3 times. Maybe 4 tops. But you don't want to wear them too many times because even after cleaning the glue off of it, the lash could still hold some bacteria, and you don't want to have, you know, pink eye or something else. So I'm just blowing on this to get it to dry faster. Some of you might be wondering where I was, why I took so much time off. And I had a very, very deep depression. That was the problem. Let me try to put this on here very carefully. I suck at lashes though. Mine like fall off easily. I can never get them just right. But anyway, I suffer from depression. I have since I was a child. Young teen, like 12, 13 years old. And every now and then, even though I have it mostly under control with medication, every now and then, the medication just won't work right like it should. Or the chemical imbalance just changes, so then it's just not going to give me the same effect as it usually does. So for me, I just hit this wall, and I didn't even want to get out of bed most days. So I stopped getting myself ready. I barely did my makeup and wigs. I did every now and then for like a meeting or something, but most of the time I just wore jeans and a t-shirt, or shorts and a t-shirt. And my husband saw it too. He knew I was in a deep depression. He was really nice enough to get me flowers and stuff, but he could tell. It was very apparent. And then I just lost interest in filming. And that was the sad part. And as time went on, I missed it. And I was like, I really got to get back to filming one of these days. As soon as I know that I'm ready, I will go back to filming again. And here we are. I feel like I'm ready now. So I'm just making sure this glue is dry. Well, not dry, but tacky enough. Well, my daughter got accepted to Marquette University in Milwaukee. If anybody knows what that university is, I could give you a good reference. The movie Tommy Boy with Chris Farley, that was the university he went to in the movie. But it's a very prestigious university. Don't let that movie fool you. And my daughter was going to University of Wisconsin-Milwaukee, and then she transferred to Marquette and got accepted as a transfer student. So I'm like really proud of her for that. And she's studying economics. Alrighty, so lashes are on the best that I can get them. I've tried using tweezers and like that little tool for eyelashes, but nothing ever seems to really work. But now I'm going to I'm going to use this mirror again. Do my lashes on the bottom lash with, I'm using the Maybelline Sky High mascara. Another thing I don't do, as you notice, is I'm not putting any on my upper lashes except for just a little bit here in the corner. But otherwise, I just do the lower lashes because I feel like the upper lashes already have enough with the falsies on that I don't need to really blend it anymore. I think it looks fine, but maybe you could be saying the opposite. Say, no, it doesn't look fine, girl. It don't. That's fine by me. Just I just prefer this. And I like a full beat. I know this clean makeup is like coming into style right now. Where it looks like you're not even wearing any makeup. Which I can understand when something like that would come in handy. But I just like a full beat. My lash is coming loose already, see? You've seen videos of me where my lashes were coming loose in the corners. I'm sure you remember them. I don't know, it's probably the best way to be able to get it. All right, so now I'm going to spray. Whew. I just used the e.l.f. spray, by the way, in case you didn't notice. Sorry, I forgot to mention it. Whoopsie, I'm dropping shit. Just this from e.l.f. It's the Makeup Mist setting spray. I hardly have any left of it anymore. All right. Yeah, tell me, what is your favorite setting spray, by the way? I'd like to know. Because there's so many out there on the market. Mine is the one from, where is it from? Hold on a second. Oh, shoot. I'm all out of it. That's why I can't find it. But I can't remember it off the top of my head. See, this is what I'm saying. I also hit this brain fog. In this process of coming back to reality and becoming myself again, I still have some brain fog. So I apologize for that. All right, so now what I'm going to do is put on a wig. So I will be right back. All right, everybody, I am back. Have the wig on. I also added some earrings. The wig that I'm wearing is from Outre's Perfect Hairline Collection. It's a true frontal, and it's the Peak 705 style. The color I have her in is DRFF 2/Dark Honey Melt, which I believe is this color right here, if I'm not mistaken. So it's color on the stock card. Love this wig. I've worn it before, but if you want to see a review on it, drop that down in the comments and I will get to it. But it just looks like this, kind of pretty. So, all right, so you got ready with me today, and we had some chit chats, and I've asked you some questions to answer, see what is going on with you, because I want to communicate and everything with you and some cohesion there. I like to know my subscribers and viewers. So, all right, well, that's all I got. I spent enough time getting ready with you guys, although I know it could last longer for some others, but that's all I've got for today. But I do appreciate you watching very, very much. Don't forget to check out my Poshmark closet and to subscribe. And I will catch you next time in my next video. See you later.